it's Jerry. Welcome back to ONYX Pages. I am here with a 7 Cowrie Shell review of Two Moons by Krystal A. Smith. And there's also going to be an interview with Krystal A. Smith, which I was able to do, and she's absolutely brilliant and lovely, so I hope that you enjoy that as part 2 of this video. So Two Moons Stories is a collection, it's a debut collection of short stories written by Krystal A. Smith. Krystal A. Smith is a brilliant Black lesbian writer, and this was published by Black Lesbian Feminist Press. I think I found out about this book because I was Googling and found Black Lesbian Feminist Press, and then saw this collection, and I'm so glad that I picked it up. These are stories about Black lesbians and their relationships with each other, their relationships to magic, their relationships to the moon. They are speculative fiction, they are magical realism, there's sci-fi in here, there's romance, that's for you, comfy, cozy up. And I absolutely loved these stories. I don't know if you're a fan of dubstep, but I like dubstep a lot, especially when I have a lot of work to do. What I love about dubstep is that it starts off with a really cool groove, and then all of a sudden you just drop into the beat, and it's a really palpable drop. And these stories feel like that. In each story, there's this very clear moment where you drop into fantasy, or you drop into magic, or you drop into the speculative. And each story took me away. I tabbed it. Her writing was beautiful, and I loved every single story. I have 2 favorite stories. The title story, which is called Two Moons, which tells a story of a little girl and her relationship with the moon and takes us to really amazing places, was one of my favorite stories. And then my other story that I really enjoyed, which ended in a kind of macabre way, was called A Rose for Brescia, which I also really loved. So I'm just gonna go into the 7 Cowrie Shell review. So first of all, these are short stories. So generally speaking, I would give 1 full Cowrie Shell for plot. I was satisfied with the storylines, the arc, the points of view in each of these stories. None of them disappointed me, so I would give 1 full Cowrie Shell for plot. For world building, a full Cowrie Shell. Krystal A. Smith is skilled. She is able to take nature and personify it in a way that not a lot of writers, especially in their debut works, can do. I believed the worlds that she built, even when they were absolutely fantastical and took me, even me, by surprise. So a full Cowrie Shell for world building. For characters, I would say a full Cowrie Shell as well, because each of her characters, and this is really hard to do in flash or short stories, each of her characters are really well developed. You got exactly what you needed to understand what each of the stories were trying to prove. So a full Cowrie Shell for characters, a full Cowrie Shell for LGBT content. This is a decidedly lesbian book. There are lesbians here. We're not talking about queer, we're not talking about bisexual or asexual or omnisexual or pansexual or autosexual. It's Black lesbians. So get ready for some Black lesbian love and friendship and sisterhood and community and healing, and super good. Is this Afrofuturist? Absolutely. We not only have the pure stories of Black women in space, but we have Black women and their relationship to the cosmos. We have Black women as the cosmos. We have space romance and operas. We have just great, just awesome. So a full Cowrie Shell for Afrofuturism. This answers the question, can we have a greater intimacy with the cosmos? And the answer to that is yes, and you have to read this to find out why. Did this challenge norms? I think that the stories in here do challenge norms. They especially challenge norms in terms of the kinds of relationships that Black women can have with each other. And in one particular story, I like that we were looking at, this kind of fickle character who is also really strong as well. We have Black women dealing with grief, but also doing it in a way that was really dignified and strong, even in their vulnerability. So I would say a full Cowrie Shell for that. And was this aspirational? I would say a full Cowrie Shell for aspirational, because we're dealing here with, again, as I said, this question about what can we learn from the cosmos? What can our relationships be with the cosmos? How can we harness the magic of the earth to heal each other and to heal our communities? So this was a full 7 Cowrie Shell. I think I did everything. I did plot, characters, world building, LGBT content, challenging norms, Afrofuturist, yes, and aspirational. So this is still the old 7 Cowrie Shell system, which, as you know, I am going to be changing in 2019, but I just had to get this up here because I think that Two Moon Stories is definitely for you if you're interested in learning about a new author, if you're interested in queer, speculative, magical, realist fiction in tiny morsels, if you love Black women and their relationships with each other, and you'd love to see how that can get teased and stretched and reformulated from an Afrofuturist or magical realist, science fiction, speculative fiction kind of way, this is definitely a book for you. So I just can't recommend it more. It was one of the better collections of short stories that I've read. So that is my review of Two Moon Stories by Krystal A. Smith, published by Black Lesbian Press, Black Lesbian Feminist Press. And stay tuned for my next video, because that will hopefully be my interview with Krystal A. Smith. Krystal, thank you for writing this book, and thank you for letting me interview you. Okay, please like this video if you like it. Please comment if you have something to say, and subscribe if you haven't had an opportunity to do so that you can see more content from me on ONYX pages. Okay, bye everyone.